Hey everybody, it's LavenderTowne, and today I'm going to be taking the Chinese zodiac and turning it into cute character designs. I have done this previously with the Western zodiac, as well as doing 3 signs from the Chinese zodiac last year, so I thought I might add on to it now. I wanted to start off with Year of the Rabbit. The rabbit's lucky colors are supposedly pink, purple, and blue, which made me really happy because I'm going to use the lucky colors of each sign as the only colors really in their character designs. Red is also supposed to be a lucky color for rabbits as well, so we have quite a few options. I want to use things like the silhouette of the animal, but I definitely want to try and not just make like a humanized version of the animals. I definitely want to consider all the different like details about the signs, their sort of stories, and what they're supposed to mean for the personality of the people who are born in their year. So for rabbits, Year of the Rabbit people are described as being sort of like scholarly and really polite. Politeness seemed to be a really important part of being born in the Year of the Rabbit. I wanted to include the silhouette of some rabbit ears in her hair, so I made these sort of like lop ears. I thought that would be cute, and because the rabbits are described as scholarly, I gave her a little book. I also put the Chinese sign for the rabbit in her eye, which is something I did previously when I was doing the year of the boar, the dog, and the rat, which are the ones I've done already. And I just generally wanted to give her like a really adorable outfit. I wanted her to look sort of bookish, so I gave her these like overalls. They look really comfortable. And in Chinese culture, rabbits are associated with the moon, so I gave her a few little moon jewelry pieces as well, just to sort of lean into that. And I kind of tried to just keep only to her lucky colors because we had so many options. I really didn't feel like anything other than the skin tone had to divert away from those main color palette options. It ended up giving her a very like dreamy and cute sort of color palette that I actually really like. And I put in those pops of reds as well in the book and in her eye. If you were born in 1999 or 2011, you are Year of the Rabbit. Next up is Year of the Ox, and this year is Year of the Ox, by the way. Happy Year of the Ox. This one kind of threw me for a loop, to be honest. So at first it's very standard. Oxes are described as humble and hardworking people who are reliable and intelligent. They are really good workers, and they tend to be extremely stubborn. All of this made sense for me as far as like how I picture the tropes of this animal. And they also have a tendency towards being workaholics. But where I got sort of thrown off was the color palettes. Now I associate oxes with like very earthy tones, very warm tones, but the lucky colors for ox people are blue, yellow, and green. So I definitely felt like it was going to be tricky to give this character both the attributes of the animal as well as staying like true to the actual description. So that was definitely something I struggled with. I knew I wanted to do a nice piercing on the nose. Those are very fashionable right now, as well as kind of looking, I guess, like the rings that they put in the noses of oxes and bulls. So that was definitely a little nod I wanted to do as well. Oxes are described as sort of like low maintenance, so I didn't want to go too crazy with the outfits, and since they're described as workaholics often too, I tried to make a sort of fashionable outfit that also kind of leans almost sort of like businessy in some of the cuts. I kind of mixed up a couple different like work-oriented like outfit designs, so like there's sort of like a businessy vibe to it with like the blouse, but then I also wanted to give like good old work boots for a bit more of a blue collar vibe, and then I had to include that color palette that I was dreading. I tried to stick to earthier greens, but even then this character just does not remind me of an ox at all. In retrospect, I mostly wish that I made her a little burlier. Just because she's in like a business kind of setting doesn't mean that she can't be buff. Though I am happy with the little like horns that I put onto her hair, as well as the hair silhouette kind of looking like the ears of an ox. I feel like that all worked out relatively well. And again, I put the character for the ox in her eye. Next up is Year of the Tiger. You are Year of the Tiger if you were born in 1998 or 2010 or 1986. I guess those are all possible years you might have been born. And the tiger's lucky colors are blue, gray, and orange. So I definitely had an interesting color palette to work with. I was very relieved that I had orange because I really wanted orange for the tiger. Tiger personalities are considered very outspoken. They're also seen as an animal that is protective of children. So in China, apparently you will see like little tigers on kids like shoes or on their clothes, which I think is really adorable. And generally tiger people are just considered to be like really like strong personalities. They're brave, they're fashionable, they're intelligent, and they are a little temper prone, but overall it seems like the personality is considered like a very positive, very outgoing type of person. Now I tried to capture the sort of like fashionableness with this like kind of tight, kind of cool looking dress, as well as I wanted to have a couple places where there was sort of like this striping pattern so I could lean back into the actual animal of the tiger. And I wanted to do sort of a big expressive pose, very confident and energetic. I definitely wanted to capture that energy, especially since the first two drawings that I did were of much more subdued characters. I wanted to sort of differentiate the tiger from the ox and the rabbit. And I gave her some sort of like stripes in her hair, of course, because of tiger stripes. And then I just really leaned into the sort of dichotomy between the like cooler gray and the blue, which are considered lucky, and then have little pops of orange, as well as a fully orange dress, which I think looks more kind of fashionable because it's like a very bold sort of color choice, and I feel like only a confident type of person could really pull that off. I also gave her some spiky piercings in her ears and 2 spiky snake bites on her lip, mainly just to mimic the fangs of a tiger. And at the end I just had her tongue sort of sticking out to make her look a little playful as well, so she's not like pure intimidation. Next, I wanted to do Year of the Dragon. If you were born in 1976, 1988, 2000, or 2012, then you are a Year of the Dragon, and you should feel very lucky because this is the most popular sign, it seems like. So much so that there was even an issue where too many babies were being born during Year of the Dragon times. Like parents were actually trying to have kids during this time because it's considered such a good, positive year to be born under. The colors that are lucky for Year of the Dragon people are gold, silver, and gray. And overwhelmingly, the personality traits associated with people born under Year of the Dragon are that they're ambitious, they're career-oriented, they really like getting things done, and they're really confident, they have high self-esteem, and that they have interest in things like art and politics. An interesting sort of through line that I've seen through a lot of my research about this is that in female Year of the Dragon people, you're often seeing someone who's like a strong feminist. That came up a ton, so I ended up giving her these like very classic female symbol earrings just to sort of signify that, because that seemed to be a really important aspect. I also saw that Year of the Dragon people are more likely to gravitate towards comfortable clothes, so I tried to give her a fashionable yet very comfortable fit. Generally just like kind of like athleisure kind of stuff, I would guess. Something that looks really good on her but would also be like extraordinarily comfortable. And this was kind of interesting because usually with like this archetype of someone who's like really strong and really outgoing and really impassioned like this, you expect them to be like very fashion oriented, but that seems to not be the case with Year of the Dragon people. Yeah, I just tried to keep her colors to the gold and the silver that's lucky for her, and then she was done. Thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Skillshare is an online learning community for creative people, whether you're interested in animation, creative writing, film, illustration, music, the list goes on and on. There are thousands of classes to choose from, so you're definitely going to find something you like. I love going on Skillshare to sharpen up skills and open myself up to skills that I feel like I don't have down pat. So this course by Danny Fisher-Shin about animating in Procreate is one that I am very eager to take. I think her animations are just stunning, and I would love to be able to make something like this myself. I've also been really interested in this writing character-driven short stories course because I have been trying to get more into writing recently, and I find that these stories that I gravitate to both as a reader and as a writer are all character-driven, so this is just perfect for me. And if you're not on the hunt for a new passion but rather to refine one you've been working on, there are so many amazing character design and illustration courses. Oh, and I definitely recommend checking out the other student projects. It really helps you feel that sense of community. Skillshare is curated specifically for learning, so there's no ads anywhere, and they're always creating new premium classes so you can stay focused and follow wherever your creativity takes you. And it's less than $10 a month with an annual subscription. First 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in the description will get 30% off an annual premium membership, and you can use it even if you've already used your free trial on Skillshare. So here's the final lineup of all the characters that I drew today, and here are all of the Chinese zodiac characters that I've done so far. We're definitely getting along there, but there's still quite a few left to do. Let me know if you have any ideas for names for the girls I drew today. And if you're still watching, then I am very sorry that I was gone for 2 weeks. I had some really unfortunate stuff happen. And it was really hard for me to work on anything or draw anything, but I really appreciate you guys for being so patient with me, and yeah, I hope you guys are having a good day, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much to my patrons, including Rylan, Kadaria, Something Super, Deadly Nightshade, Maria Vasquez, Astral Fox Art, Middle Z, Alcapa, Lily Allure, The Expressive Poker Face, Marissi Axolotl, Chris Draws, Kai Kizer, Subaki, Snow White, The Becky, Liliana Hammond, Mia Lavali, Angel File, Cutie Pie, Nicole Ludwak, Nicolette Queen, Rainwater Pearls, Ice Cream Pal, Lion, Ilaria Louie, Nora Cornelison, Cola, Rachel Singh, Yaboyas T, JJ Jade, and of course, blah 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 blah.